him on the run. Nice stretch by Caden there. Oh.
He's pretty confident.
Oh, good ball. That would get in. Oh,
Great
nice
shot.
way to
Great
handle
shot.
that.
That's
Oh,
a heck of a shot.
Whoa, that's the highlight of the day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Too good.
Wow.
Too good. Great shot.
Oh, man, Will.
Oh,
What a
wow.
little volley there. Oh,
Great
my
touch.
goodness.
Great touch.
All right. So with me, we're doing a little pre-match game talk here. I got London Tower. Amazing, talented player.
My last name's not Tower.
Well, what's your last name for everybody?
Vasilescu.
Yeah. And tell everybody your UTR.
I have no idea.
Okay, he has no idea. All right, so he should really be good at analyzing this match.
7 something.
So we've got Will versus Caden. Tell me your thoughts for that match.
Well, I think they're both great players.
They are.
Caden's got really good hands. Will has a huge serve.
He does.
So, I don't know.
That sums it up. We'll have to wait to see what happens. Now, match number 3. Marcel Ferrer,
Match number 3, baby.
the director of Windy Hill. We got 2 more amazing players. Tell us about who we're going to see today.
So today, we're making a couple of changes. We didn't want to repeat players. We have our 13-year-old here, Caden Colombo. Definitely one of the top players in the country in 12s. He was highly ranked. Moving up the ladder in 14s. He's right now an 8.6 UTR. And Will Blauser, he's 17, also an 8.6 UTR. Definitely one of the most coachable kids around here. Like Will a few months ago decided to switch from a two-hander to a one-hander, which we all know how tough that change is, and he took on the challenge. And right now I honestly believe he's playing probably the best tennis he's ever played. So super proud of him and excited to watch him play the challenge match today against Caden.
Got 2 great players, 8.6 UTR. That's a high level of tennis. And Caden, if you see, 13 years old, the guy's a monster. We got 2 monsters out here today.
2 monsters today.
But one's 13, one's 17, and I think it's going to be a good match. What are the keys for Caden to come out with a victory, and what are the keys for Will to walk away victorious?
Well, for Caden to be able to come out on top today, he's going to have to be a little bit more patient. Caden has an incredible aggressive game, but sometimes he can go for shots way too early, and because he's tall, he does have the tendency to stay tall on his shots, and a lot of those shots end up going straight to the bottom of the net. So he's going to have to be a little bit more patient and make sure that he stays down and creates more shape on the ball. He can get very crafty, but kind of like Simon, because he's got great hands, he can look sluggish in some shots. When he is dialed in, he's a tough kid to beat. If he's serving well, he's going to be able to create a lot of opportunities within 2-3 shots to put the ball away or come in and finish at the net. With Will, actually, we're trying to develop a completely different game style. You look at him and you think he's going to come out and destroy the serve and put a bunch of shots away right off the bat. We're actually trying to get him to be a little bit more patient and play with a lot of bite and height. So for him to be able to take down Caden today, he's going to have to keep that ball above Caden's shoulders. Push Caden back, because Caden likes to take every ball on the rise and hit a little bit flatter. So when Will does play like that against Caden, Caden struggles a little bit. So we'll see. These kids, they have played against each other a bunch of times. Actually, in a couple of UTR tournaments that we hosted here, last time they played against each other officially, Will beat him 4-1. But other than that tournament, they have played against each other multiple times and they beat each other all the time. So it is 100% of a coin flip. We'll see how it goes in about an hour and a half.
All right, let's get it going. All right, so Caden is serving. So now everybody gets to see what a really good 13-year-old serve looks like.
He's got a beautiful motion. His dad did a lot of the coaching before Caden joined us. Andy Colombo was an NCAA champion in doubles, played for Auburn University. Unbelievable coach, unbelievable player. So Caden's technique, you know, you guys are gonna see is pretty flawless. It usually comes down to full working decision making for Caden.
Solid second serve to start it out. 15 love Caden.
Just like most tall guys, Will also struggles just holding the ground
Yes.
and staying low and trying to make a lot of contact with the bottom of the ball, just like you guys saw. Super tall when he made that contact, got caught.
Great serve. A little bit late there. What I like about Caden's game, interested to get your thoughts. He's got a little bit of that classic in him, right? His forehand kind of looks like
He
Ved,
does.
and then plus he
He
likes
does.
to come to the net. Likes to come to the net. You don't see that too often from kids.
He does, and he almost refuses to lose the baseline. He wants to hold the baseline at all costs, which in many ways I like because he wants to take the game to the opponent, but he does need to do a better job understanding the game and knowing when he needs to back up in order to reset and neutralize a point. But he does have more of a classic style, beautiful strokes.
30-15.
But as you guys will see, and hopefully I'm wrong, but for somebody with his height, most of his service errors are in the net,
Yes.
which should not be happening. He doesn't use his legs as much as he should, and he collapses a little bit. You know, I love to see him keeping his chin up a little bit longer. Most of the mistakes are going to be in the net with the first serve.
Deep second serve. Well, he got away
Okay.
with that, but he
Okay.
shouldn't have
Yeah.
let that ball come down
Yeah.
and hit a forehand. I thought he was going to losing that point and then played the lob very casually. Will did not follow that in, so a couple little mistakes there, I think.
Yeah, Will should have done a lot more with that forehand approach.
All right, here we go.
40-15.
40-15. Swinging it out wide, just a bit outside. Second serve.
See, I don't know how if it was a planned serve to just try to open the court or just a little bit of like let up because it's up 40-15.
A little late on that. That's the
Yeah.
thing. He can get a
Yeah.
little casual at times and let
Exactly.
people back in.
Exactly. So again, you know, like that's a shot that not only I would have liked to see him recover from the serve a lot faster, but if necessary, back up a step. He knows that Will's going to try to play heavy through the body. And it goes back to what I just mentioned a minute ago, trying to hold the baseline so much and always trying to hit those balls right off the bounce. Create the space.
Second serve.
No, first serve.
Oh, now I knew it was going to be second serve, guys. See how I called that?
Crystal ball. He was rubbing my head and saw the future. But now second serve, 40-30.
Yeah.
What is Will going to do? He's gotta make Caden play.
Ooh, he did make Caden play. Caden had a good look. Will really didn't do enough for that second serve.
With that, yes.
We're going to play ads here, so no one has any excuses if they lose.
See, that's a mistake. He's got to play with way more margins. The court's wide open.
Yeah.
Any ball that he makes on the side, Will is not going to be able to retrieve it. But he had to be more of a flatter shot, hitting the ball down. It's a great
Good
return.
return. He's got him on the run. Nice stretch by Caden there. Oh, great defense by Caden.
Yeah.
That little squash
Yeah.
shot.
That was
Will
a
had the
great
approach
counter
shot.
punch.
You know, I know a couple weeks ago you were on Will. We were doing a drill, and Will kept running to that casually, and you kept going, "You got to get in, you got to get in,"
Yeah.
and that's what hurt him right there.
Yeah.
A guy that size should not be having to hit a volley at his feet when he's got
Exactly.
that much
You know, like
offense.
that those first 2-3 strides need to be way longer.
Yeah.
He's got to cover more court.
Yeah, he can't be afraid to close because he's a monster. So get up on the net more than even a
It's
normal
a lot of
person.
hesitation. It's
Yeah.
almost like they're hitting the approach, seeing if they make it, and then they start coming in.
Oh, good return.
I like that shot a
Good
lot.
heavy ball. Ooh, Will played heavy the whole point there.
Yes.
You could feel the weight on each forehand. And now all of a sudden, this is a pressure game. It was
But
going from routine to pressure.
As good as the shot was, because he really was, so not taking credit away from Will. As you guys watch that point, and you'll be able to just kind of rewind to rewatch it. It was a casual slice. He came up to the ball super tall, knees were not bent at all, and the ball was so close to his body. That's the one part of his game we're trying to develop, just be able to lower the center of gravity. Serve was way out.
Way out. And really wasn't one of Caden's bigger serves. Maybe that little off pace. Sometimes an off pace serve can work.
For sure. Especially when you know the opponent is expecting a big flat one.
That's a let.
Let,
You
it's
didn't
a
call
let.
it. Oh, nice drive, but out.
The one thing that I really want to see Caden doing more, I don't mind the change of direction, but in his mind, the change of direction must be a winner. Instead of like, let me hit a solid backhand down the line, get Will on the run, and maybe hurt him on the backhand side.
Well, you gotta like that from Caden. That was a nice heavy
Yes.
forehand. He was just a little further off the baseline, brought some margin there, paid off. I think that was the first ball that actually really, on the ground strokes, that really got above Will's shoulders too. So he's listening a little bit to you there,
Little bit.
Coach. A little bit. Good serve. Measures it and misses. Ooh, he's making a lot of unforced errors.
A
this
lot of
first
them
game.
forced errors, and all pretty much, I mean, like I would say 50 to 60% of them in the net.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
all of them down the line.
I would say this comes more down to decision making and nerves. He's swinging freely. It doesn't
He's
look like he's
swinging freely.
nervous, but he's missing.
Well,
too
you know,
much.
that's what you're gonna see from Caden. Caden doesn't really get nervous. He's pretty confident.
Oh, good ball. That was in, right?
He's a confident player. You know, he just does rush sometimes and makes bad decisions.
Well, these decisions have brought him to a break point after he was up 40-15. Will looking hungry over there, and he's got a second serve. Let's see what he does with
I think
it.
that's because he didn't eat lunch.
He didn't eat lunch. Will's a hard worker. He trains. Both these kids train 2-a-days.
They do. And Will sometimes will come to the gym at 6:30 in the morning before school on his own.
Good return.
Okay,
Ace off.
and
Wow.
there he goes. We got the break after a long.
You know, normally the first game, not the biggest deal, but that was such a big fight there that could carry something into the match. What do you think?
Without a doubt, but you know, like I want to see how Caden is going to react, knowing that he had multiple opportunities to close it out, and just made unforced errors that should not have happened. So we'll see. Will sometimes can struggle a little bit with his serve. He's been trying to just kind of figure out exactly how he wants to serve. He can hit it super, super hard, but the percentage a lot of times drops. So we've been trying to get him to take the pace off a little bit just to be able to raise the percentage and the placement.
Okay, 1-0, Will. Let's see how it comes out of the gates here. Second serve. Ooh, big second serve.
Yes.
Caden handled it like nothing.
Great job. Great change of direction. Will play well.
Yeah, Will played well there, but I think that's the matchup that Caden wants. He kind of beat up on the backhand a little bit and then opened the court.
And that's when Caden can be so dangerous, because he refuses to back up he's always able to cut those angles and take balls earlier. Another great second serve.
Oh. That looked like one of my forehands.
In Portuguese, we call that forehand an armadillo forehand. You know how armadillo, they dig holes into the ground?
Just a little wide.
Well,
Oh, Caden lost his
Okay.
balance there.
Okay.
He's doing Caden's really bringing that ball back fast, though. He's taking all of Will's pace, bringing it right
yes,
back on him.
yes.
I think that was more just a loss of footing than anything right there.
The one shot that Will needs to explore a little bit more is the backhand chip. Because his backhand is looking better and better, but he still cannot create a lot of shape and bite on the ball.
Yes.
And because Caden doesn't like to get down and really brush the ball with more finesse, keeping that ball low can help him.
I think that was a scorcher right down the line.
Yes, he was.
You can see when Caden times it right, it's a really clean,
yes, it's
beautiful
clean.
ball, easy power, great timing. Forehand totally reminds me of Roger Federer.
He's got things that a lot of players, you cannot coach loose arms and just like he's very flexible and loose. He can create lots of racket speed just without any effort.
And another big return right on the baseline. And he's got a break
Here
point.
comes the break.
That was the break.
Yeah.
That's the break.
So it's unfortunate to fight so hard to get a break and they get broken so quickly.
Well, you've said it on both broadcasts. Might as well say it again.
It's not a break until you hold.
Very true. Well, you've been calling this like money. Every serve he's missed on the
Yeah.
first serve has been in the
Yeah.
net.
And that's the thing is the one thing that happens with juniors a lot is just that inability to figure things out and try to make adjustments.
And a
It's
second
like,
serve
hey,
miss.
mistakes are part of the game, but how can you make the same old mistake over and over again and not really try to change it? Whether it's a technical thing or just change the pace. If the flat serve is not going in, change the way you're hitting the first serve, kick it a little bit more, slice it a little bit more. I don't care how powerful your serve is. If you don't have a high first serve percentage, you're in trouble.
Here he is. See, that's what I'm talking about. That classic. See, now that ball looked easy, but I'm telling you, so many kids don't feel comfortable coming in, taking a floater out of the air and doing something with it. And he did that like an old pro.
What a lot of kids will do with that ball, they'll swing at it super hard because they don't know if it's an overhead or a forehand.
He's getting a little bit of momentum here.
Caden, without a doubt, when it comes to knowing how to play at the net, is our best player right now.
I totally agree.
He wants to be there. He has a lot of confidence in himself when it comes to coming in. He's a great doubles player.
A little bit out.
You guys can also leave your comments if you would like to see a challenge between Coach Peter Freeman and one of our coaches here. I'll be doing the analysis by myself next time.
Look at that.
He's always here
Throw
on
me
the
under
chair
the
just
bus.
analyzing everyone, saying what people are doing wrong and right. How about we do it to him?
That's what I'm best at. That's what I'm best at. Did he hold there?
I'm thinking he hit a double fault. Not certain though.
Ooh. 2 lets in a row.
So that's when, you know, he needs to be telling himself, let me focus on this high toss, make sure that I really engage my legs. Too much whiplash.
Yeah.
You know, like instead of keeping his head still, there was just too much happening, and that's one thing Will does a lot. When he's able to keep everything together, he strikes the ball quite well, but every once in a while he becomes way too wild.
Okay, here it comes. Good first serve. Great. Whoa. What?
Eagle eye?
He called that out. I don't know.
Will looks a little bit frustrated. He doesn't want to act out on.
Yeah, the camera was on. I think they might be in a little fight right now. Get in.
Great
nice.
shot.
Way to
Great
handle
shot.
that. Great start from Will. He's down 2-1 now.
Play with
15 love.
Play with great margins. You know, took time away. That's a heck of a shot.
Whoa, that's the highlight of the day.
Wow. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
But hey, every time I see a deep, you guys keep track of all these matches, and every time you see a deep volley, watch how many times the person gets lit up. I like when you're coming in short, dump it short. Especially these big guys. What are they going to do with the ball when it's
But
low?
there was also, not only was a deep volley, but there was nothing behind it.
Right.
He came in very nonchalant
Yep.
because he can rely on his hands.
Ooh, there you go. 40 love. What I'd love to see from Will is don't mess around. Get a nice big first serve in. Play smart. Lots of kids like to go for highlights when they get up 40 love and we see what's happening.
Yes, and they deviate from exactly what they just did to get to 40 love.
And Will did not. That's a solid game.
That is a great game by Will. Total credit to him. He played well. He won the game.
That was one of the first statement games right there. That was very clean.
And he's looking at us to make sure that we do acknowledge that.
Ooh, nice. That can be a really big tactic, I think.
Yes.
Going
yes.
to the
No doubt.
backhand, getting in, making Will hit passing shots.
Put him in a vulnerable position with the first couple of balls, coming behind an approach to the backhand. Especially if he's a lower ball, Will is still learning that wrist mobility.
Okay. Interesting. Start out with 2 breaks. Now it's turned into a serving battle. And that goes to show how quick the dynamics of a match can change.
I'd love to look at the stats of this match and just know exactly how many serves he missed in the net. It'd be interesting for him to watch himself after, because we talk about it and I don't think he realizes it.
I think that's double fault number 2 now. That's another thing to watch out for.
But think about that. Is a bunch of mistakes in the net. This one wasn't in the net, but it was long because it touched the net. He had a couple of lets before.
Nice kicker to the backhand, bails him out though.
He needs to stay a little bit lower on the ball, take it early and knife it, or just block through the ball. Popping up too much, which gets its slice to go up.
That's a better return.
Better, but still jumping. Ooh, that almost hit the camera. Not a big fan that after playing such a great serving game, Will really dropped in this game. You know, like Caden played solid, but Will gave away 3 points.
Yeah. Last 2 games, The server hasn't had to do much to hold.
So 3-2 Cades.
Gotta get London in the match. He's so entertaining.
Oh, there's no doubt he's going to be the next one.
Okay, Coach. Well, we got two 8-6s out here, and it's dead even pretty much.
Yeah,
15 love. Will come in with a big serve.
which was expected.
Nice second serve there.
Will, as I mentioned earlier, is 17. He's a junior right now. Wants to go play college tennis. So anybody out there watching this video,
Yes.
unbelievable kid, extremely coachable. Somebody who will, without a doubt, unite the team. Great student, so he'll be an asset on a bunch of different squads.
A lot of fun to be around. The other
Lot
day,
of fun
we were
to be
running
around.
some crazy sprints. Well, I wasn't running anymore. I hurt myself the last week. But Will was leading the pack most of the time. Oh, left that open. Okay, I think this is a big point. Am I right? Is this 30 all?
Yeah,
Sure, Will would love a first serve right here. And he doesn't get it. Second serve.
would like to see maybe an off-base slice out wide, just to change things up.
Oh, you got it. And it kind of worked. Oh, wow. And Will is getting slightly better at finishing at the net there.
Slightly better.
Slightly better.
He struggles with just getting in position. Being a tall guy, a lot of times he bends from the waist instead of bending from the knees. It has a little bit of tightness when it comes to executing the volleys, but he's getting better. He's getting better.
Had to make a couple tough ones there. That seems to be happening. I noticed that when Will gets in that backhand corner, because I guess he doesn't want to hit another, he kind of
always
hangs
putting
there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Caden sees
Exactly.
that and he blasts over the other side.
And that's the thing, he needs to understand that if he's going to run around that backhand, he's got to play a ball that will not allow Caden to hurt him so much on the forehand side. And
That's maybe where the low slice.
I always tell these kids, if you are going to run around your backhand to do something with the forehand that you could have done with the backhand, don't do it. That running around needs to be, there's got to be purpose behind that shot. Run around the backhand because you're going to do a lot more with the forehand.
Ooh, that was a tough ball. Talk about doing more with the forehand. Will set the pace on the forehand there. Low ball for a big guy. Stays with it
Yeah.
and kisses the line.
He needs to make sure that it's not too predictable. He keeps running around and making himself way too vulnerable on the forehand. Great serve.
Great serve. Big hold.
Okay,
3-3.
that's a very important hold right there.
This has turned into a classic battle. It's going to be on ESPN Classic a week after it's on our YouTube channel.
Well, I'm glad that I shaved my head.
I'm glad that I
Shave
got
my
my hat
beard.
on so you can't see my head.
Brad Gilbert, I'm coming for you, baby.
If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to like, subscribe, leave your comments below.
And as you guys get to know some of our players, you guys can also request some challenges. Let us know who you like to see play more often.
Yeah, Simon is actually becoming a big celebrity. He keeps playing the adults on the Tennis Troll channel. Make sure you check out the Tennis Troll. And he's beaten all those players.
Oh, he's done it more than once?
He played the Rocket Engineer, and then he played some other guy that he just took out. So, yeah, he's doing his thing on the Tennis Troll.
Another one in the net.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, another thing you guys can help us with are nicknames. Okay?
Yes.
Nicknames for the kids.
They would actually love that. So feel free to make some comments on the past videos we got. By the time this one is up, we will have 2 already.
Oh, nice little dropper, but not enough with it. The mistake there for me, Coach, is he got there, he pushed it up the line deep, and then he ran to the middle.
Yes.
I think he should have stayed on the line.
Yes, just understanding that geometry of the court and, enforcing, because that ball just kind of pushed Caden back. If he had closed the line a little bit more, he would have forced Caden to really come up with an amazing angle, which is not as easy.
It's a simple mistake.
Another
right
forehand out of the corner with just too much going on. For somebody that tall, he needs to do a better job setting up his base better. Working on that open stance a little bit more and learning how to coil and unload. A lot of times he doesn't do it. Looks like a guy walking on stilts.
Great return off the backhand. That was a great return off the backhand. He was super early on that. I think that surprised Caden because some of his backhands have been coming in a little slow.
Yes.
And that was the first one that got on him quick.
And that's what I want him to do. Understand that with the backhand, just use it to set up points, to break the opponent down. You don't need to have that unbelievable backhand. Just wear people down and wait for the opportunity to attack with your forehand.
Just wide.
But see, now he ran around the backhand and came up with a pretty high, heavy and deep ball. And Caden wasn't really able to get him on the run on the forehand side. So if you're gonna run around the backhand and hit that type of forehand, I'm okay with it.
I'm gonna do another little.
Four, three, 3-4, 15
3-4, 15 love. Neck and neck. We're starting to get to that point in the set where every point starts to get a little more, means a little more. Oh, great second serve.
Down.
Look at that, nice. Here's one thing, do you think Caden will, that's the first question, will he ever back up a little bit for second serves, let's get some balls in play, or is he going to continue to just stay on the baseline? It's working, but it's also not working. Oh, look what he did, he backed up there.
First serve.
Oh, nice shot. Good
Close.
Ooh, nice. Just out. Whoa, great play by
Great
Caden.
point. Great point.
Just as we were saying, he backs up. I think that's a good idea from time to time. And all of a sudden the ball's coming in at different paces. What do you think? What happened? Did I miss something?
Gary just texted me asking me if there's a small cat tennis going on over here. Going back to your question regarding the returns, I feel like it is a good thing to do every once in a while. That doesn't mean because you're backing up, you're playing defensive tennis. It's giving yourself a little bit more time to just brush the ball. What happened in the previous point? Do you know what the score is here?
See, I think it's 40-15 Will, though. I think Will's up
Okay.
40-15. There he is, right back on the line.
Nice. Way to handle that backhand.
Slice. Chip approach. Oh, when he was there, he just hacked it. Boy, Will wishes he could have that back,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Adjusting for
That's
the sun
what we
here,
want, just
Coach.
that ability to softly be able to put that volley away. It was just such a simple volley, but he's gripping the racket so tightly.
Caden's starting to really apply some pressure now.
Too good.
Wow.
Too good.
Caden looks like he's smelling some blood in the water. You can tell. He's just kind of
Deuce.
walking with a little energy. He's going to make a big push here to break.
It's such a big point right now because if he gets this break point, I think he'll be able to pull it off. There you
Oh,
go.
great serve.
Way
That's
to
when
come
a
up
big
with a
serve
big
comes
serve,
in
yeah.
handy, yes. They were saying about, I think it was Kyrgios at either the Miami tournament or Indian Wells. At one match, 64% of his serves didn't even come back and play. 64% free points on his serve.
Isn't that amazing to know that
Amazing.
you're going to go into the match and get that amount of free points? There you go.
They're 2 in a row, 2 free points in a row. Takes a lot of pressure
4-0.
off Will. 4-4.
4-0. Let's see what happens in the 9th game. Big game here.
Really impressive the way our kids have been playing on camera. I want to give them a big shout
agree.
out. It's
I
not
agree.
easy to do.
No. You know, it's just not only I'm impressed and really proud of them as far as their demeanor, but they're playing good tennis.
Very good
They're
tennis.
playing good tennis. They're not tight, pushing balls. So, stars in the making.
Absolutely.
They feel very comfortable with the cameras on them.
Out. Both players now experience some free points. 30 love. Love.
Just a second serve return. You know, I get you was to the backhand, but he's got to find ways to put that ball in play. Because that 1 point can change the entire dynamic of the game. You know,
Yes.
40 love and 30-15. It's just-
2 different stories.
Yeah. He's got to make Caden earn that point.
And there's a good
Again,
return.
but great return. But you
Yeah.
again, super tall.
Mhm.
It's like Pinocchio getting ready to hit a shot. Five four.
5-4.
Very quick. Very quick. I would have liked to see a tougher game right there.
Okay, here we go. This is where the rubber meets the road, Coach. Second serve. Caden did his job, got in position 5-4. Now Will's got to back it up
Nerves.
and double fault. First sign of nerves.
So common to see that, huh?
Yeah. Good serve. Great
Okay.
response from Will.
Okay.
That's got to feel good.
Very patient. Good shape, good depth. And that's the thing with somebody like Caden. If he doesn't keep the ball deep and heavy, Caden will take it on the rise and punish you.
15 all.
Slice it out wide, buddy.
Into the body serve pays
Not
off.
bad,
A little
yeah.
slice into the body.
Great serve again.
Ooh, Caden's there.
Great shot.
Oh man, Will
Great
playing
shot.
some big tennis on huge points.
Use great variation on the serve. You know, he's going body, he's slicing out wide, he's kicking out wide. So making Caden's life a little bit more difficult when it comes to returning. That's a heck of a hold.
Big hold, big hold. You know, that's another thing I want to give credit to you, Coach. You have these players training often twice a day. They're hitting all kinds of shots every day, playing points every day. So that's how they're able to come on camera and be able to hit the ball big under pressure. You know, a lot of recreational players out there might be frustrated. Go, why can't I do that? Because
Right,
they're getting fed
right.
hand feeds, they're getting fed out of a basket, they're hitting
Right.
cross courts.
Right.
And so
Yeah,
it's automated.
these kids really are being exposed to all different facets of the game and ways of training with such a great variety of coaches that we have here with different backgrounds. We really try to bring different schools into the same pot. So yeah, these kids are, you know, like a lot of our kids, they're doing the 2 a day, and we're hand feeding, we're racket feeding, we're doing a lot of consistency, we're doing a lot of situational points, we play sets on Thursdays. So there's a lot of repetition. They're exposed to a lot of different things.
Okay, enough credit to the kids. What's the score? Do you know?
I know Caden lost the last point.
Oh, great out wide serve, but just out. Just out. Second serve. That's a let. All right, Will heard it. Where do you think this second serve is going? Down the middle, out wide, into the body? What's
If
Caden
I
gonna
were
do?
serving for him, I would go body.
Go body.
Yeah, play with bigger margins.
He goes to the
Okay.
body.
See, he will not leave the baseline. And that's a ball that I'll
That's
love.
when Will's got to make him
Yeah,
play.
because he did nothing with the ball.
Nothing.
And he does that quite often. I want to see him doing a good job recognizing the shot that the opponent hit, and when he feels like it's a deep ball that will hurt him by holding the baseline, back up a step. Will could have done a lot more with that shot. Nice.
Great return.
It's a great return.
That definitely surprised
That's a
Caden.
ballsy one-handed backhand return.
Great first serve. Will defends it nicely.
Too short.
I think he missed that wide.
They did by a lot. By a lot.
I think we have a break point here,
But,
folks.
yeah, but had a mid-court ball with the forehand completely wide open, and he hopped up on the ball big time. Hops up, ends up opening the shoulders a little bit too early. Hit the ball late.
Nice serve.
That is a freaking bomb. Impressive
He made
point.
That. See, that's
Impressive
showing his
point.
pedigree right
Yes,
there.
right
Break
there.
point down.
Right there.
And he goes big
On the serve.
and then moves. That was awesome. That's why he's a highly nationally ranked kid. That was big time tennis.
No doubt. That is confidence right there. You know, you have a situation like that, a lot of kids will end up just hoping and praying that the opponent will miss. Caden will play tennis to win. I gotta give him credit for that. He doesn't push, doesn't hesitate. So even when he's making poor decisions, I still gotta give him credit that he's trying to take the match to the opponent.
Nice shot. Will is playing some great tennis. These kids are both playing great right now. Who's
And
going to
I'm-
take
and
the
I'm
first
so-
opportunity?
So proud of Will because it took him a while to break away from the style of tennis that he used to play before, which was just one and done. He would either finish with a big win or make a silly mistake, and now he's finally embracing the idea that tennis is a game of errors and not a game of winners. He's working the point, he's putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Second serve. And he goes big. Caden
Okay,
again pulling the
okay.
trigger under pressure and hits the other corner. This is getting exciting.
I feel like every match that we're doing is getting better and better.
Yeah, guys, you gotta like this. I mean, come on, give this a like. These kids are balling for you guys right now. Second serve. Keeps putting himself in under trouble. Deuce court. Oh, big shot. Great hustle from Will.
Oh,
Oh, man.
did a great job with the backhand pass.
Yes, he
you know,
did.
I love that he didn't try to come up with a fancy shot, just went at Caden, forcing Caden to hit the volley. And because he dipped it a little bit, he forced Caden to just have to scoop up that volley.
Yeah. And I even think Caden did a decent job with that volley. He hit it short. He got what he wanted.
Yes,
he had a nice,
he
easy
could have done a
volley,
better job
but
with the second one.
Yeah, the second one he got a little nervous on. Good serve. There it is. That's a
You know,
break.
they
well
both
earned.
play great tennis in
Well-earned
this game.
break.
He came up with some phenomenal serves, and Will did not take it. Great start. And
Did Caden just hit that in?
Caden shakes a return winner.
What's that saying? Better be lucky than good?
Yes.
I live by that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, here we go. Oh,
He's really
man.
serving well, man.
Will is, I mean, one of his better matches, and it's on camera.
Yes, yes. He's high percentage of first serve. He's hitting it hard, but he's putting some spin on the ball. You know, he used to just hit it flat all the time.
Oh, another nice serve. I think Caden's got to play back a little bit. Make him earn it. Make him earn it right here. He is. He went back. It's like he's listening to me. I'd stay back. Yep, and he's staying back. I've got an earpiece in Caden's. Are you kidding me?
Oof.
8-second serve? Right down the middle? Caden is looking at it like, did he really just do that?
Caden wants to call it out.
The cameras are watching. Double set point. Great return. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
What defense from Will. That was, I mean, you talk about earning your money in that set. Will did it.
But again, you know, like, credit to Will, but you gotta have a lot of respect for the way Caden played. You know,
yeah.
two sets points against
Absolutely.
him, and he went for shots.
Yeah, he
and
did.
played the right shots. You know, Will just made that extra ball and came up with that amazing defensive shot.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing, guys. Everybody's searching YouTube, looking to figure out how to hit the ball like Federer, how to serve 100-mile-an-hour serves. Work on your lobs and your overheads. You get in trouble, throw up a lob. People cannot put overheads away. And work on your overhead so you're that person who can, and you separate yourself. All right, set right there goes to Will.
Let's see how Caden starts the second set. It was
First game, second set, 7-5.
super well
Will.
played by both of them.
Both. Definitely our best set so far we've caught on camera. Ooh, comes out with a double fault. It can be deflating to play that well and lose.
No doubt, no doubt.
Your legs get a little tired, your mind gets a little tired. Got to pump yourself back up. Good response. Big first serve. Does Cade need to make any adjustments, coach, or just keep playing like he's playing? And
I still feel like Caden could do a much better job playing heavier balls to Will's backhand, because as well as Caden played the first set, I felt like in some shots he rushed and went for the winning shot way too early. I would like for him to be a little bit more patient and maybe hit that extra ball, especially if he's able to push Will further back this way. He's going to end up having a much easier mid-court ball to finish and coming behind.
30 all. Will wants a break early. That'll make life a lot easier. Right on the line.
Take it.
Ooh, that was interesting.
But that's the shot that we kind of like at the beginning of the recording. We talked about how he can struggle with the lower balls because he doesn't get down enough. You know, it's a narrow stance with knees not bent. I need him to stay down and understand that that ball you need to hit it with finesse and neutralize the point. It's almost like every ball that Caden hits, he needs to do something special with it.
Yeah, that was a weird ball though. It floated, but then when it hit, it kind of skidded. You typically don't see that. Oh, that. Okay. So they caught a lead on that. Redoing the point. I believe it's a break point for Will. Right on the line. Big serve. You're right, Coach. Caden has faced a lot of pressure points today, and even though he fell a little short, I mean, he's always going for it under pressure.
And I love that. You know, like if you can walk off the court knowing that you did your very best and you played to win and the other guy just found a way to come out on top, hey, congrats. For me, it really always comes down to how you lose and how you win. You know, Caden right now lost the first set, but he should only feel pride. You know, he played a great first set. Will was just like a fraction better.
There's another low ball. You did mention that early in the match. That low ball is.
That's where I want to see that, you know, like more wrist, just kind of roll it over.
Deuce. Oh, Will's starting to go after to that slice. Great cat. Wow. That was tempting because he had him off the court, but then it's at his feet, so he might have just wanted to massage that and reset.
Or even like, you know, like the one shot that I would have loved to see was maybe just dice it. Come, you know, hit a forehand slice and come in behind it. Wow.
And Will breaks them. Very interesting. You know, Will is like hitting these slices that are just floating, but when they hit, they're doing something weird. I don't know what he's doing to that ball. But it isn't just sitting there like a normal floater. It's kind of unique.
He has a sideways.
It's got a weird thing going on. I'm going to ask him how he did it. I want that.
Love 15.
Love 15. Okay. So Will.
So let's see, you know, because
up a break.
Remember he broke Caden first game of the match, got broken right away. Now he's up a break. Love 15. Love 30.
Love 30. Love 30. 15:30. Coach, one thing I'm noticing today, all across the board, we're looking at all the courts playing. No one's crying. Last year when I was here, I'm telling you, half the kids, if they got down 2-0, I'm not exaggerating, they literally have tears in their eye, and you have got to become camp counselor and beg them to play and try and not cry. But now they're all just going about their business. I have no idea who's winning, losing across all 5 courts here. Pretty cool.
We have a military style operation here.
There's no crying in tennis.
There's no crying in tennis. Give me a break.
Okay, nice kicker.
But there shouldn't be. You know, like these kids are playing this amazing sport. They're so blessed to be able to do it. Crying because you're losing a practice match.
Very true, but you can find the video of, now he was much younger, of Djokovic, 6-7 years old. He's playing this older guy. He can't, you know, he's having trouble controlling his emotion. He had the fire, but he'd be down on his knees crying. Federer, same thing. So it takes some time to develop what your kids are now doing.
Without a doubt, but you're talking about Djokovic at 6 and 7. You know, these kids are 14, 15, 16.
Absolutely different.
So, you know, like when I see some of our junior HP kids crying, you know, I'm all love and hugging and trying to give them support. But these kids, they need to understand that very soon they're going to be heading off for college.
Okay, nice deep approach shot from Caden there.
I kind of lost track of the score here.
I did too, Coach. I'm too busy talking about crying. Oh, double fault.
I want to guess this is 30-40.
Yeah, Caden's got to be careful here.
I mean, this one break could literally just derail it 100%. That would be 2 breaks.
Oh, Will would love to have that back. It was a nice kick serve, though. It was at his shoulders. Wasn't the greatest.
It wasn't the greatest. He did let the ball come to him, and you know, at that point, but maybe he wasn't expecting that off-pace serve. That's when it kind of pays off.
Oh, nice backhand.
Wow. There wasn't a quick split step, you know, to adjust. He's been coming in,
And again,
hitting a decent approach shot, but just coming to the net like a crazy cow.
and Will is making him play that
He's
ball.
making him play. You know, like I'm pleased with what Will is doing when Caden is coming in, because he's not trying to do a one-shot pass. He's going for that 2-shot pass. Set it up, and
Ooh, that was a lazy-looking serve.
that's when he should be moving around, you know, putting some pressure in the way he moves. See, that was a tight
went
second
big.
serve. That was
Yes.
a tight second serve.
Well, I was going to say something. When Caden missed that volley, when he walked away, his face looked very negative, and yeah. 2 breaks. Will's just got to stay focused.
Right.
You know, I think the first 2 points of this next game are huge. Okay, here we go. 3-0. This is huge right here.
3-0, and
This is 2 breaks.
Caden just complained about an elbow injury. Don't know how bad it is.
Wow, second serve ace. Will, this is the thing. Energy, you can feel the energy, and Will is feeling the energy that Caden's letting down a little
Yeah,
bit. And to his
yeah.
credit, it's feeding his energy and his focus. So hopefully he can, I mean, for Will, coaching Will here, he keeps riding that wave and just puts this match away. That's what you got to do in a situation like this. Don't let him back in. take care of business.
Yeah, you gotta always be careful. I've seen it multiple times when the opponent is kind of letting up a little bit. And instead of like taking care of business and just closing the deal, you end up letting up
Yeah.
as well. And before you realize it's a battle.
Yeah. Credit to Caden for fighting big time in that first set, but he is ready to go. He's like,
Yeah.
calling the airlines, get me a ticket. I'm ready for the next tournament. Okay. Double fault.
30-15, you know, like it's gotta maintain the percentage, put the service in place, especially knowing that right now Caden is not super focused, he's making more mistakes, just make him play.
Good serve. Big return.
Great shot.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, popped up there. It's 30 all. Man, tennis changes so fast. For some reason, I feel like this is a big game.
Wow, it's huge.
You know, it's a big
It's
game.
huge. And if he doesn't manage to hold it, I'll always go back to that 30 love with a double fault.
Oof, that was shaky.
There you go. There you go. Rushing a little bit, you know, like he's not really tossing the ball high and reaching up. The last few serves is hitting the ball on the way up. So instead of like allowing the freedom for the toss and taking advantage of his height.
Yeah, no way.
And when
Came in like
when Caden
very
seemed
indecisive.
defeated, 3-0, 30 love, that one double fault gave him his sniff of life. And now it's 3-1.
Yep.
Let's see what he does with that
I
serve.
think that double fault made Will nervous. I don't think that he was playing this casually there. I think he just got tight.
Down.
That low ball
The
has
low
been
ball.
so
The
key.
low ball.
Will should go and watch this video and realize that his slice isn't really doing much, but it's still effective, and really work on it even harder.
Yeah, you know, he definitely needs to watch it just to see how much more physical he can be.
Yeah, because he's
It's
winning
really-
points off it.
Yeah,
it can be
you know,
way
but
better.
I'd love for him to knife the ball more. And it's going to be huge for Caden to see the amount of mistakes that he made of the low balls.
Oh, didn't put that away. Ew. I would have just lobbed it again right there. Especially because Caden's showing us he's holding his arm. He's saying his arm hurts. And make him do it again. 15 all. No, 30.
No, 15 all. 15 all.
3-1 Will, 15 all. Caden, you can see the serve has clearly dropped down in pace. And he hit that ball in.
15-30. In some ways, depending on how he serves and where he serves, it can actually confuse Will a little bit. You know, Will likes space.
Oh, the nets is with. I think that's Caden's second one he's gotten away with something like that. 30 all. Even on the Pro Tour, it seems like when someone gets an injury, there's been so many famous matches, like Michael Chang serving underhand to beat Lendl a long time ago. Oh, good return by Will.
A lot of people won't remember that. You know, Coach Peter here, you're 67,
85 years old yesterday.
looking really good for an 85-year-old.
Yeah, not so great for 49, but for 85, it looked awesome.
That was a little bit better. You know, he knifed the ball a little bit more. Close in. Simple.
Okay.
So that was a break point.
Yeah, Caden is just hanging in there.
But you know what? If he hangs in there long enough, it could turn into a match again.
Absolutely.
It's tough when the opponent sees that,
So hard.
you know, hey, my guy is kind of letting up. Maybe I'll just take this. He'll just give it to me. And I don't think Caden's going to just simply give it to him.
Especially when Will misses that.
That ball,
Oh, wait. Caden played that.
he played that.
That was out.
He played that. That ball was clearly out.
Wow.
Will is very thankful. Look at him.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it. And there it is again. That has been the story right there. That little mid-court dumper
Yeah.
giving Caden all kinds of fits.
I still don't get that whole thing.
All right, so I'm giving Marcel a little video editing lesson. When you clap, see, I'm looking to get it on that camera so I can see the clap, so I can match the audio, because we're taking the audio out of this and taking the audio out of the other camera.
Ah,
So that's how I sync up the videos.
got it.
Actually, Matt from Coffee Break Tennis taught me that one, who has the best tennis talk show on YouTube. It's amazing. Make sure you go to that channel and watch his videos. You'll be hooked.
So we'll hit a double fault, first point,
But he goes big. And he gives a little.
15-0.
I like that. Super proud of Will this match.
No doubt. And up until 3-0 in the second set, Caden was looking great
I'm
too.
proud of both of them. Really, all the kids here, I admire them so much. They're working so hard. I was trying to do sprints with them for a couple weeks. Now I can't even walk. So they work hard.
They do work hard. They do work hard.
really hard. Just so you guys can hear that on camera. I know we don't tell you that much, but you all do.
We don't like to give you guys too much credit. You guys get lazy when we do it.
That's true. I had a couple coaches where every time I went, throwing up definitely could have been part of the practice.
Close in, close in.
Oh, nice. Again, something that looks easy, not. He took the
No, that's
ball
actually a
high
tough
and-
ball.
Yeah, it's a tough ball for a one-hander. And he's approaching
Wow.
up the line, coming. Will is getting more and more confident. He's building in confidence. The energy is going way more to his side. Now he's up 5-1. This is how you can steamroll
5-1.
matches.
Yeah, exactly. Super tight first set, high quality. He was able to come out on top and came out ready to play in the second set. Oh wow!
What a little volley there.
Oh,
Oh,
great
my
touch.
goodness.
Great touch.
That's that classic I was talking about. He, such delicate hands there. I thought once Will hit that shot, I thought that was his point. Not moving his feet.
Yeah, Yeah.
This is something, Coach, that's a tough question. Only Caden can answer. I am not at all saying how bad his arm hurts. We all hurt as tennis players, and tennis is a very physical game, but he's got to ask himself, if I won that first set, is my arm feeling that bad?
That like we will never be able to know the truth on that. Only Cade knows, but I agree with you. We've all played, we've struggled through pain and injuries during matches. How bad is it? I don't know. I'm sure he hurts, but there's definitely an emotional, mental component to it.
Because this has been an easy ride
If
downhill.
the situations were reversed, maybe the pain. How many times we see players complaining about an injury, but when they win the point, there's no reaction. When they lose the point, they touch the injured part. Kind of like showing I lost the point because I'm injured. It's normal. I'm not saying it is acceptable.
It's just something he'll, have to know. All right, it's 30 all here though. 30 all. Just out. It was just long. It was a good call by Will. He's 2 points away from the finish line. And believe it or not, guys, this match is not over because you want to win so bad. He's already smelling that post up on YouTube with a victory.
So
Tennis is a weird game. You have got to make them earn it. Did he call that a double fault? I think he called that double fault, not a let.
Really?
No argument from Caden, so they got a different view of it than we do. So here it is, match point. Oh, and that's what I'm talking about.
Clearly nerves right there.
Right. He's made that shot all match long.
Yeah, hasn't made a mistake like that the entire match. Wanted to finish with a big bang instead of just playing intelligent tennis.
And there
here
it
we
is.
go.
There it is.
Here
I'm telling you.
That's how this game can eat you alive. The moment that you try to deviate from what you've been doing and you've been successful doing, that's when it comes back to bite you in the behind.
That was out. Okay, so let's help the viewers at home. Is there something, you're close to the finish line, beside the old cliches, is there some kind of trick, physiological, mental, something you tell yourself to just stay on task here and finish the match?
I think everything that we can share with these kids will sound cliche, but a lot of cliche things, they work. It's all about, like, in that moment, to take your time between points. Go to your towel. The reason why all those top players are going to their towel all the time is not because they're sweating like crazy. It's their ritual. It's their moment to kind of like reset things and remind themselves what they need to do. So it's taking your time. Is maybe reminding yourself just one thing, whether it's like reach up for your serve or let's make 5 balls.
Match point right here. Match point. Caden's fighting for match point. And Will does it. He closes it out. 7-5, 6-1. Great match. The first set was our best set we've seen out here.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. A little hug. And that was fun, Coach.
That was definitely fun.
That was fun.
High quality. Unfortunately, the quality dropped a little bit in the second set. But I'm pleased with the fact that Will, regardless of Caden's energy dropping a little bit, Will kept bringing instead of letting up and then allowing his quality to drop. First set, the quality was really an A+. Very happy with what I saw from these kids. Now I just need to address with Caden, how bad the injury is and make sure that he's doing fine for the tournaments that are coming up. Yeah. But happy with our third match. Looking forward to our fourth one. Just like Coach Peter said, like, subscribe, follow, make comments. Don't forget to come up with some funny nicknames for all these kids and the coaches as well. No problem.
Absolutely. And one thing we're going to see we can do is we're going to see if we can get Will over here for a little victory speech, which he'll probably be happy to do. And if you're a college coach and you like what you saw, you know, you can go to the About page and find my email and email me, or you can email Marcelo. What's your email?
At Marcelo Ferreira, so it's M as in Mary, ARCELO, F as in Frank, ERREIRA 2310 @gmail.com.
You got that? We'll put it in writing. All right,
Put it
we're
in
gonna see.
writing.
We're gonna see if we can get Will over here.
Very important for all these coaches to look at where Will was last year and his rate of improvement in UTR and rankings and all of that. Got to take into account somebody who his entire life played with a two-hander and had the courage and the desire to improve his tennis to the point of changing that.
He's definitely on the uptick. All right, so here we are with the victor, Will. Great job, bud. We loved watching you play today.
Thank you.
How did it feel out there playing on camera?
It was hot. Definitely the first set, there's a lot of pressure. I wasn't really thinking about my game that much. It was more focused on like not messing up and just trying to look good on the camera. So it started off a little bit rough, but I think I found my stride in the second set a little bit more. But it was a good battle. He played pretty good in the first set, and he let me play my game in the second. So it's good to be out there.
Yeah. Any questions for your student here, Coach?
No, I think he said it all. You know,
Yeah.
like as we mentioned during the match, I'm just really pleased with the way both of them played. I'm super excited watching Will and seeing that he's finally embracing this new identity, being aggressive but more patient, and understanding that it's all about putting the pieces of the puzzle together and playing that game of chess at 60, 70 miles per hour. He did a heck of a job with the percentage of his first serve without going for flat serves, but very high, fast kicks. And I'm very happy with the quality of his backhand right now.
Yeah, excellent. So, Will, you want to play college tennis. I'm so happy. Hard work is paying off. Is there anything you want to say out there to any college coach? What are they going to get when they get you, Will? What are they going to get on their team?
They're going to get my best effort, and I want to leave the program better from when I got there. So I just want to help the team grow and just help us all contribute and work together to be the best that we can be.
That was off the cuff. If you don't get this kid on your team, then you're an idiot. We'll see you guys on the next video.